I have something I want to share with you this morning. It's a picture of my parents, Joe and Marge Wheeler. My mom, Marge Wheeler, was a saint. She loved the Lord with all her heart, with all her soul, with all her mind, and she passed that rich legacy onto me. I want to pass it on to my children and my grandchildren, and I'm sure you do as well. Let's talk about leaving a legacy in your morning cup of inspiration. The Bible talks a lot about it, how important it is to remember the things that God has done and to share Bible stories and to teach our children about God's ways. And in many places in the Bible, it mentions this. Starting with Deuteronomy in the Old Testament, chapter 6, I'm going to read verses 5 through 7. It says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength. These commandments that I give you today are to be upon your hearts." Now, this is important. Verse 7 says, "Impress them upon your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up." We need to be talking about it at home. You can't, leave the training of your children solely up to the schools and the teachers. You need to teach them about God and what it means to be a follower of God. The next verse I want to read is found in Psalm 78, verses 2 through 4. It says, "I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter hidden things, things from of old, what we have heard and known, what our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from our children. We will tell the next generation the praiseworthy deeds of the Lord, his power, and the wonders he has done." You see, it is so important. And finally, in Proverbs 22, verse 6, we read, "Train a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not turn from it." Boy, my mom, I remember us having prayer time, and she would read from the Bible, and then she taught me to kneel out of reverence for God. And I still continue that. And I do it with my grandchildren now. We kneel when they do sleepovers here at Papa's house. We kneel by the bed and we pray. My grandchildren are getting ready to move with my daughter to South Dakota. And I just have to believe that the things I've taught them will stay with them. I've raised my daughter to love the Lord, and she will be teaching that. It's so important. Are you leaving a legacy? Are you passing it on to the people the closest to you? Pass on the things that God has done in your life. Nothing is more powerful than a personal story. And I'll tell you, I thank the Lord for my for my mom, Marge Wheeler. She raised me. She taught me about God from an early age. And even though I got away from God at times, I always came back. There is no greater heritage that we can leave our children. I hope that inspires you. God bless you, and I'll see you soon for another Morning Cup of Inspiration.